Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my...
Hello, and welcome to another video with me, Truthslayer. As always, if you have anything that you would like me to answer or comment on in the world of professional wrestling, by all accounts, please, send it my way. And if I like the question or I think it's a good question, I will answer it to the best of my ability. And there we go. All I ask is you keep it to a one question per person, please. And let's just go from there. Alright, let's get started. Which stage of Adam Copeland do you think was the best wrestler? Sexton Hardcastle from his underground career, Edge from 1998 to 2004, Edge with his rated R gimmick. I like the rated R gimmick the best, though I did like the original like Vampire Slayer gimmick, I guess is what they were going for, Vampire-esque gimmick. I like that too, because I'm into that sort of thing. But I like the rated R gimmick the best, I would say. There we go. Bret Hart admitted WCW used him wrongly. If you were Eric Bischoff, who would you have feuded him against instead of the people he did feud against? I don't think I would do too much different. I definitely would have brought him in, and the first thing I would have had to him do is shoot all over the NWO and just come in and say, he had already basically fought the NWO with DX and with the Clique, and that he was just here to finish the job. He was here to save WCW. That's kind of what I would have done. I mean, really, the only bad part about that was just him, the whole Goldberg thing. So, but yeah, I probably would have had him, feud with Hogan, Hall, and Nash, probably a little bit more. But it's just me. What is your opinion of comedy wrestlers like Epson, Razor Ramon HG, and others? And is Osaka Pro like Hustle? I've never seen Osaka Pro, so I cannot say. I hear that it is, but I've never actually seen it, so I can't say. I like comedy wrestlers. I always have. I'm a big fan of Delirious, as most of you know. I also do like Colt Cabana for that role. I think comedy wrestling is something that is sorely missed sometimes because so few guys just get it and don't understand it. And I think a good comedy match, when done right, is as good as anything. So there you go. And I love Hustle, and Hustle is, So, hey Truthslayer, why do people love Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and especially CM Punk so much? Can't answer on Jeff Hardy. I guess because they grew up with Jeff Hardy. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Jeff Hardy myself. Matt Hardy because he's a good wrestler, and he is pretty good, and he seems like he is the future, and he's been around like his brother for a while. CM Punk, most people who have followed CM Punk for a long time have seen him progress. There is that attachment to him, and he is very good in the ring, so that would be why. Truthslayer, what do you think of the WWE signing up all the kids of former WWE stars? Is it a good thing, or are they just trying to cling on to the past? One of the reasons why you do this is usually, kids of former stars kind of understand the business a little bit better, and they don't have to be educated quite as much. They do come from that background. And usually it works out pretty well. Not always, of course, but usually it does work out pretty well, so that's why you do it. And the people they've signed, I actually like. I like Ted DiBiase Jr. From what I've seen, only because of her picks. I do like Miss Von Erich, but hey, she's gorgeous. I will just say that. I don't know how she's gonna look on TV, but she looks really good. Don't know if she can wrestle, but man, she looks good. I have a question. If ROH do get a TV deal, and you think that ROH is going to listen to the network or what they want in the station, and that the same stuff WWE and TNA is doing. I guess what you're asking is, okay. If ROH, this is the reason why ROH does not have a TV deal, is because they're very careful about not getting a TV deal that will not benefit them. They want a TV deal that will benefit them, and until they can get a TV deal that will benefit them, they're not going to get on TV. They have turned down TV deals, that has been reported, so there you go. If they get on TV, they'll definitely have to change somewhat of what they do, but not too much. If you have ever checked out any of their matches they have online at the ROH site, you've seen that a lot of them would definitely be quality television matches. So, wouldn't be a problem whatsoever, in my opinion. Hey, Truthslayer, do you feel that Jeff Jarrett is jealous of AJ Styles because AJ has been known as the poster boy of TNA in the heart of TNA? Do you feel that reason Jeff held the world titles many times because he wants to be like I held the NWA title more times than AJ, or that makes me the heart of TNA and AJ has said that him and Jarrett don't see eye to eye? I would say the reason why Jarrett has held the title so much and has been is because he thinks he's the guy. He felt like he always should have been the guy in WCW. He felt like he should have been the guy in WWF or been given the chance, which never has it. Has his own promotion now. He was pretty much, when TNA started, I had no problem with it because he was a face and he was a guy that definitely could go out there and people at least knew of him and understood him until they can get some of the younger guys more established. The younger guys are more established. He needs to step aside. And but I think he suffers Triple H-ism, and that's why he's had the title so often. Do you know what the term X-Pac heat means? If so, why is it associated with X-Pac? X-Pac heat means that people hate you no matter what you are. They hated X-Pac. They hated who X-Pac was. They just did not like Sean Waltman. So they always, just would boo Sean Waltman. That's X-Pac heat. Then you have another example is Honky Tonk Man heat. Honky Tonk Man heat is a heel that is so over that and is hated so much that whoever beats him is going to become an instant star. Then you have there's other forms of heat, but you kind of get the idea. It was that people didn't like him, and if people don't like you and you're booed for that reason, then they refer to it as X-Pac heat. Hey, Truthslayer, just wanted to get your thoughts on the ladder match DVD and what match on there would you recommend? I'd recommend every match on there. I think it's one of the best DVDs WWE's ever come out with. So, unfortunately, my ladder match DVD review went the way of the dodo. So, hey, Truthslayer, I was just wondering if you think Eric Bischoff would be good for TNA. If he was the head guy, he would be good for TNA. But if he's not going to be the head guy, he would not be good for TNA, in my opinion. And I don't even like Eric Bischoff. I don't want to say that. So, I know WWE is number one wrestling promotion. You also said that TNA is either the number 5 or 6 promotion. I was wondering if you could tell me the rank of the other promotions below WWE. I also agree with you about how TNA is handling Joe. I really wanted him to become champion if TNA did not start using Joe right with you. I agree with you. Joe needs to go back to ROH. Here's how I would rank the promotions. I don't know if this is accurate still. This is how I would. WWE, of course, number 1. CMLL, which is a luchador promotion, number 2. AAA, number 3. Number 4 would be Noah. Number 5 would be New Japan. And then, actually, I probably would put 6 at All Japan. And then you have kind of, ROA. You'd have TNA, Dragon Gate, and numerous other promotions right around there about in the next spots. So that kind of gives you the idea. Broaden your horizon, people. Broaden your horizon. If you could book a TNA pay-per-view, what would you put on it? Well, first of all 3 titles would be defended, and then I would book 4 more matches. That's right, 7 matches. That's all you need, folks. That's all you need. Give the guys time. Let them go out there and do their stuff. Would you say that 2004 was the last year to be a smart WWE fan? Was the last year to be a smart WWE? Yeah. Or do you? I think you meant best. I think you mean best year. Was the last year to be a smart? Oh, I know what you're saying. Yes, I would say 2003, 2002 was the last year that, if you were a WWE fan, you were kind of considered a smart fan. So there you go. What do you think is the best ROH shows of 2007? Best ROH shows of 2007 would be, so far that I have seen, would be 5th Year Festival New York, the 2 Liverpool shows, 2 WrestleMania weekend shows, and Fighting Spirit. I have not seen any more shows than that, except of course Respect Is Earned. I would recommend that when it comes out on DVD. I've heard that the 2 Tokyo shows are must-sees, and I've heard that Great Times, Great Memories is a must-see DVD too, so there you go. What do you think of the FMW promotion? I always loved FMW. I always felt FMW was definitely what ECW could have been, and definitely had the best death matches I've ever seen, particularly early